Change of plans, we're going back in. I just spoke to a couple of locals on the boats. This is a proper touristy holiday camp style location. A strange one, so I think I'm going to go back and get the infrared camera. One thing I do have to be aware of is whether the tide is going to come up behind me, because if it does, I'm scuppled. So hello, and I've come to a very strange place. I'm at Paunaki Harbour, I think it is. Now the reason I'm here is because I've put a pin on my map. There's a couple of wrecks along this very muddy, boggy estuary, and yeah, at the moment I'm behind some fences because the harbour wall is not holding things up, and it's quite dangerous and muggy. But you can see by the boats that they've been here some time by the looks of them, and this one here is an absolute beast of a boat. She's a proper tall mast, pretty superior looking thing, and it's amazing. I'd love to go out on something like that across the ocean. So yeah, I'm just going to get a couple of handheld photographs. I've got no tripod with me. I'm just going to take some photographs of different things that I can see along this estuary, and see if I can capture anything a little bit grungy, moody and gritty. There's something slightly different and slightly weirder from me. I've just taken a picture on my phone of a wolf driving a bus. Yeah, I know. It caught my eye. But yeah, this is a really weird little place. But it was somewhere I've seen. I think I've seen it on a YouTube video or something before, or I've definitely seen an image on Facebook. So yeah, I'm here. Let's have a look and see if I can find something. I don't know what, I don't know where, and yeah, I don't really know where I'm supposed to be looking, but I'll have a little walk, see if I can find something. So I've just come past the main little harbour area, and I'm just going to have a wander up this little tidal estuary just to see if there's anything up here, and I do not know what that is or for. I don't even want to ask. But yeah, I'm just going to have a little wander up here, see if there's a shipwreck or anything, because I have seen a wreck up on the up on the mud dunes. So I'm just going to have a little wander down and see. I'm not going to go far. There's no point in me going far. I mean, I could have got the drone out really and had a scout with that, but yeah, we'll have a look. I've taken a couple of snaps of the harbour, just some rough, grungy looking stuff, but I just like to see if I can find this particular wreck, and I can't remember the photograph, but I know I've seen it, and I know it's around here. So that was a short walk. Can't get any further that way because the estuary comes in and I can't get round. So yeah, maybe I need to research this place a little bit better. Can't seem to find anything else. So onward, let's move on, see if we can find something else to go to have a look at. Change of plans, we're going back in. I just spoke to a couple of locals on the boats, and I said, is there an old wreck up here somewhere? They said, yeah, up in the little creek. So I basically walked as far up to where the creek was. I thought, I can't get round there. And he just said, yeah, just follow the creek round and you'll see it in the creek. It's an old timber framed little wreck. So let's go back and have another look. If anything else, it's a walk. Let's try again. God, sometimes things are definitely are there to frighten you, aren't they? I've just got to work my way around here. I can't go around that way because it's muddy, but those pheasants are just flowing out the bush. Make me jump. You can hear them over in the field there. So let's have a little look round this corner. I think we're on it. think we're on it. Prickly Prickles. Ugh. There she is, the old wreck. Can I get a picture of it? Right. Wow, that's an interesting looking little thing. Probably better off a bit further up, so I'll get it sort of where it is. But I'm going to take a quick shot of this first. It's nice and colourful anyway, isn't it? So it's going to look quite a nice one. Really colourful, but I'm not going for the risky slipping in at all. So I'm just going to get a record shot if anything else. Okay, photo is done. I'll come down a little bit. Oh, I nearly fell down a bleeding hole then. Come down a little bit, so I've got a little bit lower. It's going to really pop, I think, because of the colours of it. It's going to really pop and make it really grungy and gritty and really moody up the sky a little bit. So I've had to put the wide angle lens on as well, so I can get it all in one shot. But yeah, I've done it now. We'll have to get back up next to this rope, which isn't easy because I've got my bag stuck getting down it. So let's get back up and then yeah, head on back to the van and head off somewhere else. So just talking to those guys on the boat again that I was talking to earlier on. Apparently the two big ones down the side of it, I've been taking a few pictures of, these two big ones are being scrapped. They're being just scrapped and dismantled and taken away. And then all this harbour's being rebuilt. £3 million the council's putting into this. And it's going to turn this little place back into a little sailing harbour again, which will be pretty amazing to see boats coming and going. So put this on my list to have a return visit, maybe come back in a year's time and have a look and see if it's changed. So I thought I'd pay a visit to Southerness Lighthouse. Now I'm here, it's really busy. This is a proper touristy holiday camp style location. Popped in the car park and I'm kind of come down. I'm going to take a couple of quick shots and then probably move on to the next location. And the next location is going to be a bit of a special one because it's something I never heard of before. And we've got a treat and probably a drone photograph. But yeah, let's get this little lighthouse shot, add it to the list of 3 randomly weird things to photograph, and then we'll move on. So this is a really nice little old lighthouse. It's got loads of character to it, and I reckon when the tide was up here and the water's in, I reckon it's quite an interesting one because you've got some cracking lines leading up to it from all the ragged crags and creases of where the earth's moved underneath it. So yeah, it's a really characteristic little lighthouse, very pretty. I'll get a couple of shots anyway, just so I've got something to go back with. But we've definitely got to move on. It's too busy for me to be parked here, way too busy. And you've got a load of bands on or something, so it's even busier. For me, is to try and make this lighthouse stand out a little bit more than just a little lump of stone sticking out the rock. So what I've done is I've caught my glimpse of this down here in the foreground, which is basically a puddle, and I've got the reflection then of the lighthouse in the puddle leading up to where it is, and it works really nice in a horizontal and a vertical. So that means now I'm going to have a look at some more puddles around and see if I can find something else to get even better style and shape, and the ones closer up will be better still, and then I can go really wide angle on it because I think that'll work even better. But yeah, just to get a couple of shots and try and minimize the people, I think we need to try and get the reflections and use that as the benefit. Plus it's very blue on the right hand side, so yeah, let's see if we can get some more reflections in some puddles, and I think then I'm definitely going to get out of here before it gets too crazily busy. You have to get going pretty low, but holding the camera really and getting down low is working really nicely. And this is a split image, sort of half and half style, but I've got my shadow in it as well, which is a bit of a bugger. You can see my shadow just here on this rock. Trying to get my shadow out and actually get the image is quite difficult, but yeah, the tilty screen works really well. But what a beautiful reflection this is down below. This one works just spot on, absolutely spot on, and the sun's just in the right place to illuminate it against that dark blue sky. Wicked. Actually, it's a bit of a strange one, so I think I'm going to go back and get the infrared camera, because I'm getting some very blue skies behind it, and I reckon infrared might be quite good. So if I get the infrared camera, I'm going to make that sky really dark blue, black and blue, or the blue sky really black, so I think that might work. We'll give it a go. Let's walk back and get it and we'll have another look. So I'm at my last random location, and I am here. You can see me in the dark. My random location is actually, if I can just move you around, is I think about there on the screen, as you can see. It's out there in the sea. Now, I've parked right next to the side of the road as close as I can get to it, and the tide's on its way in. But I think I've got plenty of time to walk down there, get a zoomed out wide angle shot, and then yeah, I think that's done. And what I might do is fly the drone over. What we're actually looking at is a Victorian pool, a tide pool, a swimming pool of some kind, and it's out there on the shoreline. It's out there on the sandy bank. So the idea is, I think the tide comes in, fills it up, and when the tide goes out, it leaves like a swimming pool behind. And I just thought that was dead random and dead weird. So I'm going to go out there and take a photograph of it. And it's just going to be literally a big round thing in the sand. It's not going to be very fancy. But I do need to go over there and have a quick look. So there was some nice little ankle breaking patches back there. Now I don't know what this sand is like. I don't know whether it's sand or whether it's mud. And I don't know how far I'm going to get before I get stuck in something. So bear with me, because I may be standing here screaming at someone to help me in a minute, because there's no footprints out here. Oh, there are a few. That's all right, there are a few, but not many. Right, this is random. This is really random. One thing I do have to be aware of is whether the tide is going to come up behind me, because if it does, I'm scuppled. This is just bonkers. Look at this thing. Absolutely bonkers. I'm stood on the highest point just here, just these few stones underneath me, but I'm definitely just gonna rattle off a couple of snapshots of this, because I just got to, really. It's just insane. It's nuts. So the tide's actually coming in around it now. The tide's sort of creeping up and starting to wrap around. You can see there's water all the way around the edge that side and all the way around the edge that side, and the tide's coming up towards my feet and creeping in on me. So I'm gonna have to be quick to get a couple more shots before the tide decides to come and grab me as well. So yeah, my memory card, typical, I've come out with one camera in my hand and my memory card 2 slots full, so I've got 20 images left and that is it. But this is really spooky now, the way the tide's coming around it. I've got to get another couple quickly before I got to get away. That's it, I'm done. The water is now wrapped all the way around that swimming pool, and it's time for me to leave and get out of here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk back over to the van, and I'm going to quickly get the drone out and fly the drone back down here so you can have a quick look at it and see what it looks like with water all day around it. But that is pretty bonkersly insane. So yeah, I'm going to get back to the van, get the drone out, and then I'm going to say ta-da and thanks for watching this randomly 3 very different locations, 3 very different things to shoot. Just yeah, 3 random locations, let's put it that way. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, whew. That was windy. The drone was banked right over, full throttle was hanging, but I got it over there, got some shots, got a bit of B-roll, got a couple of photographs as well, and now yeah, the tide's coming right up round it. Pretty cool to see. I know it's not good photography, I know it's not interesting photography, but it is a photo nevertheless, and it's something very, very unique. It's the only one I know like that. If you do know another one, please let me know in the comments. Yeah, quite fascinating. I like it. I'm intrigued by weird things. We went and see an old wreck, didn't we? Which was a bit weird, and I got some old grungy old photographs. Then I went to that old lighthouse, which is a proper old lighthouse. I tried to do a couple of infrared shots of that as well, and got some reflections and some way of shooting it a little bit different. And I come over here and I've had a look at some old Victorian pool, or pool, or however you want to pronounce it. And to me, random, very random. And I got a couple of drone shots, and I've got a little bit of long exposure, or I tried to anyway. So I'm going to end the video here. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Give us that thumbs up as usual, please. It does mean a lot, and it helps the algorithms. And again, take a quick look at my Patreon page. Maybe you'll become a supporter. And if you do, I post a little random videos every so often. I get my phone out, just tell you everywhere I am, what I'm doing, what free word locations, and yeah, it's just a bit of support that helps. It really, it's no big deal if you don't want to. Right, I'm off. This is the last photographs for Scotland. I'm back into England tomorrow morning, and the trip's done. So join me somewhere. Actually, you could be joining me back in Scotland, because I won't be doing any photography next week. I've got 2 workshops, so I don't think I'll be, I don't know. See you soon. Ciao for now. I'm rambling, aren't I? Bye bye.